United States of America. You may have heard of it, often shortened to the USA, US, or just A by most. A is the fourth largest country in the world by landmass, and because of that, it is, at the time of this video, separated into 50 different smaller prefectures called states, which is also a name for the whole country, but whatever. These 50 states are widely different in geography, shape, politics, weather, language, location, and much more. With that in mind, there must be a best state, a worst state, plenty of states that just kind of exist. Well, yes. The answer to that varies depending on who you ask, but I'm here to answer that question in an entirely subjective way that doesn't really matter. That's right. In this series, I will be traveling state to state, giving the whole thing a review, and eventually, hopefully, a ranking of all the states. Sounds fun enough, but we've got to lay some ground rules first. I plan to review every state at some point, but I definitely need some background besides just pictures and statistics to do that. So, the qualifications to review a state, I need to fully have experienced it. What does that mean exactly? Well, it depends on the situation. But here's an easy rule of thumb. I have to have visited 2 or more cities or towns, need to have spent at least over an hour there, and need to have driven at least 10 miles within the state. Now, all these rules are flexible, of course, but there's a precedent to establish here. If I've been to 2 towns, I've gotten a wider experience of the state's culture than just a central location. If I spent over an hour there, that means I didn't just jump the state line and jump back. And if I've driven 10 miles, that means I didn't just get a layover in an airport. But why 10 miles? Well, I thought about making it 60, then I realized I couldn't even drive the entire length of Rhode Island in 60. Now, all these rules are just guides and don't need to be met, but the reason for these rules need to be met. For instance, I have been to Florida. I've stayed there a while and visited multiple places, but I never drove anywhere. I flew in. However, Florida is still a worthy contestant for review at the moment. With the rules established, at the moment, these are the 13 states that meet the criterion or have adequate reason not to. These will be the states I'll start the reviews with, and then I'll expand from there as I expand my travel vocabulary. Keep in mind this is a subjective review series, and as many jokes and jabs as I might make, it's always my opinion. With that in mind, the next video we'll start with is the Centennial State.